Welcome to Rapunzel's Mother. We've been doing some fantastic hair tutorials using a ponytail flipping tool. Now while you don't actually need a ponytail flipping tool to complete the designs, it can make it just a little bit easier if you have one. I quite often just use my fingers and a comb though. But there's been lots of you that obviously feel that you'd love to have one because you've all been Facebook messaging me like crazy saying, where can I get one of these tools? I can't seem to find them. I've had this particular tool since I was about 17 years old, so they are around. And I've seen them every now and then. They come into the hair stores and you see them at places like Priceline and that sort of thing. But the problem is they're not really consistently available. You can, however, get them on eBay and Amazon.com. And they are called a Topsy Tail tool. So that's what you're searching for. However, if you can't wait for one to arrive in the post, then I'm going to teach you how to make your own version right here today using a coat hanger. Okay, so here we go guys, this is how it's done. Okay, so what you're going to need to get this project underway is a wire coat hanger. I've got a plastic one here, but you can also just use a basic wire coat hanger that you would get from the dry cleaners. I like to use the plastic coated ones because I just think it helps with the hair a little bit more, to make it just that little bit smoother for the hair to pass through. Okay, you're also going to need a pair of wire cutters, some electrical tape, and a tin or a glass or something that has a round shape. So I've got a little tin of baked beans here, and I'm just going to be using that round section there to give me the round shape of that. But you can use anything guys, it's not rocket science. Okay, take your coat hanger and your tin of baked beans and take the wire and mold the wire around the tin of baked beans like that. Then stretch out and flatten those two pieces there. And what you're going to do is you're going to cut the wire off. Don't worry about this too much because we're going to neaten that up again in a second. Cross the wires over so that they form an X, and then twist the wires just like that, so that you now have something that looks like that. Then take these wires down here and straightening them as much as you can. Then when you get something that's about a palm's length, just trim those ends off. So that you now have something that looks like that. Then take some electrical tape, and would you believe it, I have matching electrical tape. And take the ends off. This is the kind of stuff that you use if you've ever had a tennis racket and you've taped it up, or a cricket bat or something like that. And all you're going to do is work that tape around the wire. So see, all I'm doing is I'm winding that tape around the two wires, because we want this to be as smooth as we can. So I'm going all the way down until we get to the end. I'm just going to trim those ends so that they're absolutely flush, and tape it all the way to the end. And then just make sure at the end that you don't have any wires hanging out, any sharp pieces, and that it's completely closed over. And I like to just put an extra bit of tape around the bottom just to make sure that that's really smooth, because that's what you're going to be stabbing into the hair, and we want to make sure that no hair catches on that. There you have it guys, a ponytail flip tool. Now I'm going to demonstrate how this works, but just before I do, one of the things that you need to do is just elongate it that little bit. Did you see that? I just pushed it up with my thumb. Just so that it's a little bit more elongated, and that will help it to slip through the hair, just that little bit more, bit freer through the hair. Okay, so that's what we have in the end result. Now let's see if it works. Just grab a chunk of hair, pop it in a ponytail, just using an elastic. I've just got to be careful because I've got a few bangs. Okay, We want it to be a loose ponytail, remember? Place the end through the ponytail. Loop the ponytail through. I know I've got these little short bits, sorry about that. Pulling it through. Tighten. And there you have it. It works!